Happening right now on 12, we continue to follow a stabbing in Soundview that left a man hospitalized. How the search for his attacker is intensifying this afternoon. And then a family calling for justice as they continue to question the NYPD about the circumstances surrounding the death of a Bronx teen in police custody. Plus, a new affordable and supportive housing building is opening in Fremont. How it's giving Bronxites a fresh start and new opportunities.
We have a terrific Tuesday ahead of us. I'm meteorologist Hope Asoga, letting you know when we warm up when News 12 The Bronx starts now.
Good afternoon, Bronxites, and thank you for joining us here on News 12 on this Tuesday. I'm KRISTIE REETER. An attacker is on the run right now after police say a man was stabbed multiple times in Soundview. News 12's Brittany Cadet is at the scene now with more details. Brittany.
Yeah, KRISTIE, police tell us a 46-year-old man was stabbed multiple times here at this intersection of Westchester Avenue and Vitelli at around 9:40 last night. You can see here in the Citizen app video, cop cars and an ambulance were on scene last night with neighbors watching from a distance. Police tell us the man had stab wounds in his back and right arm. He was rushed to NYC Health and Hospitals Jacoby, where he's expected to be okay. Soundview residents say this doesn't shock them and they're always on high alert.
On that note, this is very disturbing because they just had stabbing with these young girls over here, I think near Boston Road. But I think it can be very scary. It can be, especially for a woman.
And at this hour, police say that the victim is being uncooperative at this time, so they don't have any description on the person responsible, but they are asking if anybody has any information to come forward. You can do so by giving them a call at the Crime Stoppers hotline at 1-800-577-TIPS. For now, we're here in Soundview. I'm Brittany Cadet, News 12, The Bronx.
Brittany, thank you. Well, taking a look outside our Soundview studio, not a bad day. Let's get to the details with Stormwatch team meteorologist Hope Asoga.
Yeah, KRISTIE, it's looking and feeling amazing this afternoon. If you guys are stepping out the door right now, you're seeing a few fair weather clouds, but it's dry, it's comfortable, and you have a light breeze coming in out of the east, southeast, right around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Humidity levels very low. It's dry and refreshing out there, and we're not feeling any more of that stickiness or that mugginess, but temperatures currently feeling like the mid to upper 70s. We'll be pushing near 80 degrees. The air quality is good. UV index is very high. Apply that sunscreen. If you're going to any of the ocean facing beaches, keep in mind that we have a moderate rip current risk and never swim alone. Always swim near a lifeguard. And if you guys want to fire up the grill today, great ideas to do so. Temperatures will be warm in the upper 70s near 80 degrees. I'll let you know how high temperatures go by the end of this week coming up.
All right, Hope, thank you. Well, loved ones are calling for justice as they bid a final farewell to Sanaya Cheatham. The 18-year-old Bronx woman died earlier this month while in police custody at the 41st Precinct in Longwood. Now her family has hired civil rights attorney Ben Crump to represent them in their quest for more answers. Loved ones and community members gathered for a wake service to honor Cheatham yesterday, and the funeral is today. The family previously told News 12 that the team was on her way home from a 4th of July cookout at Cortona Park when she got into a fight with her girlfriend and was arrested for disorderly conduct. At first, police told us that Cheatham became unresponsive inside of a precinct cell and died by suicide. Then later said it was a medical emergency. The medical examiner ruled her death a suicide. The family is calling on the city for more transparency.
It's very emotional. You know, for me, it's just having to realize that, she won't be by my side. I just want justice for Sanaya in general, and I also don't want this to happen to anyone else.
Well, the attorney says the family is also demanding the NYPD release surveillance video from inside the 41st Precinct on the day Cheatham died. Well, meanwhile, police need your help tracking down 2 people wanted for a double shooting in Belmont. Now, this is new video from the NYPD showing the 2 men in question. Police say it happened Wednesday around midnight in front of 4646 Park Avenue. We're told 2 men were injured, a 22 and 24-year-old, both shot in the torso. Right now, we're working to learn their connection to the shooters and what could have been the motive behind the attack. Meanwhile, people who live on the block say they were woken up by the gunfire outside.
I was in the house and then I just heard the shots out of nowhere. But it's pretty common in this area. Try not to go out past a certain time, and I'm on my business. I stay home.
Well, police are asking anyone who may have seen something to give them a call. And turning now to Fordham, where police need your help tracking down the person who opened fire into a large crowd of people outside of an apartment building. So do you recognize this man? Police say he's wanted for putting Bronxites in danger after pulling out a gun and shooting multiple times on Morris Avenue and East 196th Street. That was Wednesday around midnight. Now, luckily, nobody was hurt. And keep your eyes on the screen now, because police say in Class and Point they need your help identifying this man. Police say he snatched a chain right off a 72-year-old woman's neck on Taylor and Lafayette Avenue. That was back on July 12th at 9:30 in the morning. If you recognize him, please call police. A murder case that brought national attention to missing children will be retried. An appeals court just tossed out Pedro Hernandez's conviction in the killing of 6-year-old Eitan Pates. Now, the young boy vanished on his way to school in Manhattan back in 1979. Nearly 4 decades later, Hernandez was sentenced to 25 years to life in 2017. Well, he confessed to luring Pates to a basement and choking him. Yesterday, the appeals court decided the judge mishandled a jury note and ordered a new trial. His attorneys also argued that the confession was false, saying he was mentally ill at the time. The Manhattan DA's office says it's reviewing that appeals court decision, and this would actually be the third trial in the case, as the first one in 2015 ended in a hung jury.
I hope that, justice is served.
Well, people reacting after hearing a Westchester couple with ties to the Bronx here and their nanny are facing charges connected to the kidnapping and beating of a 19-year-old Queens woman. Prosecutors say 44-year-old Wayne Barnes and the 19-year-old were romantically involved and worked at his Bronx tattoo shop. One day, while giving the young woman a ride home to Queens, an argument broke out and the teen was beaten with an expandable metal baton. We're told Barnes picked up his wife, Jasmine, in the Bronx, who was wearing gloves and was armed with another metal baton. Prosecutors say the couple dragged the victim into their home, where their nanny joined in on the assault. The Westchester District Attorney says the incident happened back in May. News 12 was unable to contact Wayne Barnes, but his wife's attorney says Jasmine will be proven innocent of everything charged against her. The Trump administration continues to slam New York's sanctuary city policies. The criticism comes after 2 undocumented immigrants were arrested in the shooting of a Customs and Border Protection officer over the weekend. That was in Manhattan. Well, Homeland Security Secretary KRISTIE says the suspects have lengthy criminal records and should never have been free in the first place. Border Czar Tom Homan vowed to send more federal immigration agents into so-called sanctuary cities. New York and other cities have long-standing laws and policies that limit or restrict local government involvement in federal immigration matters. And the National Archives releases thousands of FBI records related to the 1968 assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. The Trump administration calls the document release a sign of transparency. Historians say the release doesn't reveal much worth noting and doesn't include FBI wiretap recordings of the civil rights leader. King's surviving children say the documents reveal the ongoing disinformation and surveillance campaign that plagued their father. In your Vote 2025 coverage, there's a new push to use ranked choice voting in the city's general elections. Currently, it's used only in citywide primaries, but independent mayoral candidate Joseph Hernandez announced a lawsuit Monday arguing that's a violation of his civil rights. As an independent, Hernandez can't run in the primary, so he wants the court to order that ranked choice voting be used this November in an effort to make sure voters have their interests best represented.
These coalitions forming around, should Cuomo drop out? Should Adams drop out? I think that is really the basis for the lack of ranked choice voting. I think if you have that, then your voice is always heard.
We're going to move for an injunction to have ranked choice voting in the general election.
And we reached out to the city's Board of Elections for a response to the suit. We'll let you know when we hear back. New this afternoon, we're learning eligible New Yorkers are receiving additional EBT benefits to help pay for groceries during the summer months. Many Bronx families will receive a one-time installment of up to $120 per child on their EBT cards. The federal program is now in its second year, and to qualify, the child must already be receiving benefits like SNAP or free meals through Medicaid. To check if you're going to be getting more money for food, just go to news12.com, click on numbers and links. Still to come, more homes in our borough. Well, they're coming to our borough. We tour a new affordable and supportive housing building opening up in Tremont. It's in today's Rebuilding the Bronx. Plus, parents have been saying smartphones are bad for kids, but for years. But now there's even more data to back that up. We're going to explain after the break.